Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed inaugurates Oromia Abdi Boru Orphanage Center. President Taye allows Eric's continued humanitarian support in Ethiopia. Hello and welcome to EBC World. Damascus now with the hour's latest. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed today inaugurated the Oromia Abdi Boru Orphanage Center, a facility established with the support of Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of the United Arab Emirates. After inaugurating the center, Prime Minister Abiy noted on his social media page that in recent years significant efforts have been made to improve the living conditions of less fortunate in connection with Ethiopia's ongoing mega projects. The Premier went on saying that today proudly inaugurated the Oromia Abdi Boru Orphanage Center, a facility established with the generous support of Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, President of the United Arab Emirates and a steadfast friend of Ethiopia, he noted. Beyond its mission to provide care and support for orphans and children in crisis, the center stands as a testament to the strong and enduring cooperation between our two nations, Abiy underscored. President Taye Asselassie has commended the long-standing humanitarian support of the Ethiopian Red Cross Society for natural and man-made disaster-affected populations across the country. Opening the 20th National General Assembly of Ethiopian Red Cross Society, President Taye, who's also the patron of ERICS, noted that the support of the Society for drought, conflict, landslide, and flood-affected citizens has been commendable. Praising the continued support of ERICS for refugees, Taye mentioned the recent support for Sudanese refugees manifests the historic long-standing relations of the two countries. Stating that ERCS has been playing a crucial role despite various challenges, he stressed the need for focusing on improving its services, working on rehabilitation in addition to its emergency support, and increasing its members. President Taye further reaffirmed the commitment of the government to continue providing its unwavering support for the Ethiopian Red Cross Society and its endeavors to provide humanitarian support and rehabilitation activities. On his part, the Ethiopian Red Cross Society President Abirra Tola stated that the Ethiopian Red Cross Society has over 6 million members.
When powerful seismic forces lifted these islands out of the ocean millions of years ago, they sculpted landscapes of unimaginable beauty. Comprised of 7 main islands, the Canary Islands are a Spanish archipelago in the Atlantic Ocean, just off Morocco in North Africa. So spectacular are the Canary Islands that for centuries it was believed that this archipelago formed the peaks of the legendary lost city of Atlantis. Today, the Canary Islands are a magnet for sun-seekers, beachcombers, and adventurers from all over the world. Head to Corralejo, once a small fishing village, now one of the island's largest resort towns. Just a short walk away is Corralejo Dunes National Park, with dunes that seem to stretch out forever.
Candidates for the chairmanship of the African Union Commission held their election debate in Addis Ababa. The candidates explained about their plans at the debate, also known as Jadala Africa Leadership Debate, to transform Africa should they win the February 2025 election. African unity, peace and security, strengthening of continental trade, economic development, increasing Africa's voice on the world affairs, and institutional reform were the main agendas that have been focused in the debate held at the African Union headquarters in Addis Ababa. The Ethiopian Broadcasting Corporation provided live coverage of the election debate. The debate was between Djibouti's Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, Kenya's former Prime Minister, Raila Odinga, and Madagascar's former Foreign Minister, Richard Randriamandrato. Djibouti's Foreign Minister, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, has pledged to do his best to make sure that African Union has its own financing sources and boost intra-Africa trade.
With the relevant bodies, I am going to continue or to carry out the reforms which have not been implemented today. And I'm going to diversify our financing. And I will do my best to make sure that African Union has its own financing sources. And I'm also going to boost intra-African trade, which should go beyond 80%. And I will bring down all the non-tariff barriers and facilitate the free movement of goods and persons across the continent. The place of Africa on the international stage will be one of my greatest priorities, and I'm going to be the voice of the African people across the world.
Kenya's former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, one of the candidates vying for the position of the chairmanship of the African Union Commission, has vowed to lead from the front to realize the visions of the founding fathers of the new union.
Which now hopes to get Africa united, one union government by 2030, and move on to attain the vision, the wishes of the founding fathers of Africa. I say that I have the experience. I've been part of this movement for changing the continent. We know that some achievements have been made. Africa is now completely liberated, but there's still work to do. And I believe that I have what it takes to get us where we want to do. In the field of education, in the field of health, in the field of value addition to the abundant wealth that we have on the continent, in the field of trade, inter-African trade. I have acted as the African Union High Representative on infrastructure. And in this I know that we have very comprehensive programs in PIDA, Program for Infrastructure Development of the continent. What remains is action. And what I want to promise the African people is that I am going to lead from the front to ensure that we achieve the visions of the founding fathers of our continent.
The former Foreign Affairs Minister of Madagascar, Mr. Richard, also who was running for the position of African Union Commission chairperson, he pledged to work hard towards resolving conflicts peacefully in Africa if elected as the chairperson of the Union.
Faire taire les armes.
Silencing the guns and issues relating to peace and security in general actually are due to so many things. It's not like turning on a switch or switching it off, not on and off a switch. No, there are several factors that have to be taken into consideration, and that is the reason why the African continent and the African Union have been challenges to silence the guns. But we have to resolve our conflicts peacefully peacefully. And this is one of the principles of the African Union, just like the principle of non-interference. So this is an aspect that we all have to actually look at. When exactly do we talk about non-interference, non-indifference, and how do we use them to silence the guns? But that is the situation in which we find ourselves in. And if I am chosen by the heads of state and government as chairperson of the Commission, I will make sure that the African Union Commission would actually work towards resolving our conflicts peacefully, because we have that in the Constitutive Act of Africa, of the African Union.
Reflecting on Ethiopia's pivotal role in the African Union, academician Dr. Saifu Tadele urged that Ethiopia should someday run for the chairmanship of AU.
We are fortunate just to host such kind of, prestigious, election process in the country. Since the headquarters of the African Union is based in Addis. And also, Ethiopia has been, playing, pivotal role since 1963 up to now, even the transition from OAU to AU. And we're hosting. Actually, this, it reminds me one thing. Ethiopia, we can't run for chairmanship, you know that. And since we are a hosting country, I think they have to change this proclamation, because we have to have, as any citizens, to run to chairmanship position. I don't know what the requirement from this end. So that's what I'm expecting. So Ethiopia is playing, a crucial role in so many fronts. Yeah.
The immense potential of Ethiopian cotton production would position the country a regional leader in the sector. Chairperson of Eastern and Southern Africa Cotton Organization, Adriana Luanda, remarked. A two-day regional workshop on harnessing opportunities and inclusive dialogue for sustainable cotton and textile sector transformation is taking place in Addis Ababa. In his opening remarks, Ethiopia's Agriculture State Minister Meles Mekonnen emphasized the importance of the workshop in fostering sustainable economic growth through the cotton and textile sector. The State Minister highlighted that the ministry has recognized the importance of enhancing production and productivity of cotton. Chairwoman of the Eastern and Southern Africa Cotton Organization, Adriana Luanda, on her part, emphasized the importance of cotton and providing livelihoods for millions across Africa, while acknowledging the sector's challenges, such as low productivity, rising production costs. She highlighted the potential for Ethiopia to emerge as a regional leader in cotton production, provided that issues like market prices and government support are effectively addressed. The chairperson stressed the importance of consultation to align efforts at national and regional levels and sustainable cotton value chain. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed inaugurates Oromia Abdi Boru Orphanage Center. That is a top of the stories we have. And followed by President Taye Eric's continued humanitarian support in Ethiopia. Well, that's what we have with you. Many thanks for watching. I'm Oscar Matnaf, which is bye-bye from me.